Well, the Olympic Games may have wrapped up last weekend, but the excitement is not over in Tokyo as the Paralympic Games begin in a little less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, 16 News Now sports reporter Megan Smedley caught up with a familiar face as he gets ready for Tokyo. Meg.
At WNDU, we first introduced you all to Sam Grewe during the 2012 Notre Dame football season as he was an honorary member of the team. Now, nearly a decade later, Grewe is gearing up for his second Paralympic Games.
Before my cancer diagnosis, sports was my life.
Sam Grewe was your average teenager, spending all of his time playing sports, from football to basketball to baseball. But at the end of 2011, he was diagnosed with osteosarcoma.
When I was diagnosed with cancer, honestly, one of the first questions I asked was, would I be able to play sports again? Obviously, the severity of the situation hadn't necessarily set in yet.
As his cancer treatment progressed, Grewe made a life-altering decision.
It was time to kind of make a decision about what to do with the tumor in my leg. And I actually opted in to have my leg amputated because I thought it gave me the best chance at returning to sports like I wanted to do.
As he battled, Grewe had an army of supporters behind him in his hometown of Middlebury and from the 2012 Notre Dame football team. In the spring of 2013, Grewe was declared cancer-free, and he was ready to get back to doing the things he loves most.
Once I was all done with cancer treatment and was out of the hospital, there was no doubt in my mind I was going to go be an athlete again.
Grewe eased his way back into his usual sports, now playing for Northridge High School. But in 2014, he tried something new after his dad signed him up for a random track and field meet.
Honestly, I had never done track and field when I went to my first competition. Immediately, I really enjoyed it. I really liked how, only having one leg, I could just jump off my able leg. You know, I still had that.
At the meet, Grewe had a chance encounter, and the rest is history.
The head coach of the Paralympic team at the time happened to be walking by when I was jumping, and she offered some really kind words saying, you know, I think you have a good future in this. And so that was all it took for me to say, all right, let's do it. Let's roll with high jump.
From then on, he took off. Grewe is now a 3-time world champion and a silver Paralympic medalist from the Rio Games.
I'm extremely proud. It's fun to watch where he's came from. You know, I still have some videos on my phone back from those 2015 practices where things didn't look the prettiest, but he's come a long way since then, and his high jump progression has shown that.
As Grewe heads into his second Paralympic Games, it's a path he didn't expect, but is thrilled to be representing the USA.
I kind of just fell into adaptive sports into becoming a Paralympic athlete, and I knew I always wanted to be an athlete. I knew I had the mentality and the abilities to do it, but you know, to be here today is really so special because so much work has gone into it, and I feel very fortunate.
Grewe will be leaving for Tokyo in 10 days. Right now, he's up in Ann Arbor attending his first year of med school at Michigan. I'll have Grewe's story on his journey to med school and balancing Paralympic training coming up soon.